Hi everyone, this is RJ Enseñado and welcome back to my channel, GTR Math Tutorial. So shout out sa kumpare ko, co-teacher ko dati sa Pagsangan Integrated National High School kay Sir Marlon Sanwan. So, salamat sa pag-share palagi ng mga video lessons na sinishare ko sa Facebook. Salamat sa suporta. So, ingat palagi dyan at kita tayo pag umuwi ako ng Pagsangan. Okay, so ang lesson natin ngayon ay part 4 ng Let Reviewer / Civil Service Reviewer in Mathematics. So, ito yung mga numbers natin, 31 to 40. So, ipopost ko dito muna. Ayan, paki-post na lang sa screen. So, yan yung mga numbers natin. 31 to 40. So, ayan, makita nyo sa screen. Okay, paki-post muna. Try nyo sagutan yung 31 to 40 and then tsaka nyo panoodin yung mga solutions. Okay? Okay, so, number 31. So, the product of two whole numbers is 36. And their ratio is 1:4. Which of these is the smaller number? So, which of these? So, the choices are 3, 4, 8, and 9. Okay, so ratio and proportion problem. Since meron tayong ratio, 1:4. So, ang given natin, so the product of two. So, yan. The product of two whole numbers is 36. So, whole numbers dapat ang solve natin. And their ratio is 1:4. So, ang hinahanap, which of these is the smaller number? So, hindi natin alam yung smaller number and bigger number. So, ang alam lang natin, ang product nila is 36. So, mag-let tayo ng x or kahit anong variables. So, let x be the smaller number. Smaller number. Since ang product daw ng dalawang numbers ay 36. So, actually, pwede tayong gumamit dito ng two unknowns, x and y. Pwede rin namang one unknown na lang. So, para mas madali, one na lang, unknown na lang gagamitin natin, x na lang. So, kung x natin ang smaller number, ano yung para dun sa bigger number? So, di ba ang product daw nila ay 36? So, ano ba ang kabaligtaran ng multiplication? Di ba? Division. So, kung x ang smaller number, so therefore, ang bigger number ay 36 over x. So, 36 over x, so ito yung bigger number. So, bakit naging bigger number yung ba't 36 over x? Kasi nga, ang product nila ay 36. So, pag minultiply natin yung dalawa, x times 36 over x, so that is equal to, cancel out lang yung x, so magiging sagot ay 36. So, ito yung smaller number, minultiply sa bigger, 36 over x, so ang sagot ay 36. Okay? So, yun. So, ganun lang kasimple. So, pwedeng one unknown naman. Pero kasi pag two unknowns ang ginamit natin, ganun pa rin ang kakalabasan yan. So, halimbawa, ang smaller number natin ay x, tapos ang bigger number naman natin ay y. So, dalawa yung magiging unknown natin, x and y. So, ang product daw nila, xy equals 36. Then, solve natin yung y. Ano ba magiging value ng y? Solve for y, divide both sides by x. So, therefore, y is equal to 36 over x. So, ito na rin yun. X, smaller number, 36 over x, bigger number. Okay, so pag two unknowns, ganito din yung kakalabasan. So, isipin nyo na lang yung kabaliktaran ng product, o multiplication is division. Kaya dinivide natin yung 36 sa x. So, ito yung bigger number natin. Okay, so ngayon, buuin na natin ang ating equation. Buuin na natin ito. Buuin na natin ang ating equation. So, ayan, product nila ay 36. So, ang ratio daw ng smaller number to bigger number ay 1:4. Siyempre, smaller yung 1, bigger yung 4. Okay? So, buuin na natin ang ratio daw natin. And their ratio is 1:4. So, therefore, x is to, so smaller number, is to 36 over x. Bigger number equals 1:4. Okay, then solve for x. Okay, so meron tayong ratio and proportion. So, paano bang property ng ratio and proportion? Kailangan daw ang product ng means, yung nasa gitna, ay equal sa product ng extremes, yung nasa labas. So, multiply lang natin. Okay, so multiply natin. So, we have 4 x times 4, so that is 4x, equals, product nung nasa loob naman, 36 over x times 1, edi parang bali wala lang itong 1. So ang sagot, 36 over x lang. 36 over x. Okay, then solve for x. Solve for x, so multiply both sides by x dahil nasa denominator ng x. So, multiply both sides by x or simply cross-multiply. So, meron tong, isipin nyo, meron tong 1. Pag ratio and proportion kasi, cross-multiply lang yun. So, yun yung mas madali, shortcut. Or multiply both sides by x. Okay, so pag cross-multiply, nilagyan natin ng 1 para mas madali, i-cross-multiply na lang natin. So, therefore, we have 4x times x. 4x times x, that is equal to 4x squared. Okay, so dalawang x. X times x, that is x squared. Just copy 4. Equals 36 times 1, that is 36. Then solve for x. So first, divide both sides by 4. Divide both sides by 4. So 4 divided by 4, that is 1. So therefore, x squared is equal to 36 divided by 4. So that is equal to 9. So x squared equals 9. Okay? So therefore, paano mawala yung square? Kabaliktaran ng square is square root. So, extract the square root of both sides. So, we have x is equal to, so actually, ang sagot dito is plus or minus square root of 9. So, perfect square yan. So, that is equal to 3. Pero, ang hinahanap natin, the product of 2. Ayun, whole numbers. Pag sinabing whole numbers, positive yon. So, maka-cancel out na itong negative. So, hindi na natin kasama yung negative. So, ang sagot na lang is positive 3. So, yun yung sagot, x is equal to positive 3. Smaller number is 3. Ano yung bigger number? So, tingnan lang natin kung bigger number yung isa. So, if x is 3, ang bigger number natin, 36 divided by 3, so that is 12. So, ito yung 3, ito ay 12. So, ang ratio nila, 1 is to 4. Pag nilowest term yung 3 over 12, that is 1, 1/4. 3 over 12, so 1/4. Okay? So, the answer is 3. Next, number 32. If 30% of x is 60, what is 50% of x? So 30% of x is 60. What is 50% of x? Okay, so dalawang way para i-solve ito. Pwedeng solve nyo muna yung x. Pwedeng solve nyo muna yung x or pwede namang diretso ng ratio and proportion ito. Parang kasi magka-partner lang eh. 30% of x is 60. What is 50% of x? Okay, so gawin natin yung parehas ng solution. Yung shortcut kasi ano lang yan. So basta sabi ko nga, basta may magka-partner, pwedeng ratio and proportion lang yun. So parang pag-partnerin lang natin, yung 30% daw, ang ka-partner niya, 60. 30%, ang 30% daw ay 60. 30% of x is 60. Then what is 50% of x? O lagay natin yung unknown natin. O lagay natin n yung 50% of x. So yan, so ito yung isang solution, pwedeng ratio and proportion na lang yan, diretso na lang. So, tapos buuin nyo na yung ratio and proportion. So magiging ganito lang yan. 30% that is 0.3 or 0.30. 50% is 0.5 or 0.50. So buuin lang natin yung ratio and proportion, so pwedeng maging ganito na lang yan, 0.3 over 60 equals 0.5, 50%, 0.5 over n. So, solve lang natin yung n. Okay? So, solve for n. So, cross-multiply. Ito yung mas madaling way. Mamaya, ipapakita natin dito sa kabilang side yung isa naman. So, 0.3 n is equal to 0.5 times 60. Okay, so multiply natin to 0.5 times 6. 0.5 times 60, that is 30, no? So 0.3 n is equal to 0.5 times 60. So kalahati ng 60, that is 30. Then divide both sides by 0.3. Divide both sides by 0.3. So cancel out na to. N is equal to 30 divided by 0.3. So eksakto yan. So that is equal to 100. Okay, so therefore, the answer is letter D, 100. So using ratio and proportion lang yan. Kasi, sabi ko nga, basta magka-partner, pwedeng proportion na lang yon. Ang 30% daw ng x ay 60. So yun yung magka-partner, 30% ng x ay 60. So ano naman yung 50% ng x? So 50% ng x, hindi natin alam, let n na lang yung 50% ng x. So syempre, direct proportion naman yan dahil syempre, habang lalaki yung percent, lalaki din yung answer natin dito. Or ito yung isang solution, solve muna natin yung x. So another solution, ito yung shortcut. Shortcut using ratio and proportion. So another solution, solve nyo muna yung x. 30% of x is 60. So paano isulat sa equation yung 30% of x? 30% that is 0.3. Diretso na natin. So 30%, 0.30 or 0.3. 30% of x. So ibig sabihin ng of x ay multiply sa x. Okay? 30% of x. So 0.3 times x is that means equals 60. Then solve for x. Solve for x, divide both sides by 0.3. Divide both sides by 0.3. So cancel out. So therefore, ganun lang kasimple, x is equal to 60 divided by 0.3. So ano magiging sagot natin? 60 divided by 0.3 is 200. Okay? So ang x natin ay 200. So hindi pa yun yung tinatanong. Value pa lang yan ng x. What is 50% of x? So kukunin pa natin ang 50% ng x. 50% of x is 0.50 or 0.5. 0.50 of x. Which is, ayan, 0.50 daw ng x. So ano bang x? 200. So therefore, 0.50 times 200, so kalahati ng 200 daw is 100. Okay? So magkaibang solution. Parehas ng sagot, letter D, 100. Okay, so ang technique dyan, pinakamadali kasing solution sa lahat, yung ratio and proportion. So basta may nakita kayong possible na ratio and proportion, ibig sabihin yung magka-partner na dalawa. Magka-partner na dalawa, tapos yung isa nawawala. Kagaya nito. 30% of x is 60. So yun yung unang pair. Pangalawang pair, what is 50% of x? So 50% of x, so hindi natin alam 50% of x, so nag-assign na lang ako ng n. Okay, so yan. Simpleng ratio and proportion problem na lang siya. Or, itong isang solution, ito yung pinuha mo na yung x, then after finding the value of x, get the 50% of x, so that is 200, kaya 100. So same answer, 100. Okay, next example, 33. Okay, number 33. A meter was cut at the 35 centimeter mark. What is the ratio of the smaller piece to the larger piece? So, medyo simple lang itong 33 and 34. So, kailangan lang, alam nyo ano ba, ilang meters ba? Ilang centimeter ba dito sa meter? A meter was cut at the 35 centimeter mark. O, lagyan lang natin. Ito yung 1 meter. 1 meter, so ito yung 0, ito yung 1. So 1 meter cut at the 35 centimeter. So 50 na 1 meter, so that is equal to, ano ba yung conversion natin? 1 meter is equal to 100 centimeter. Okay, so 100 ito, so nasa gitna yung 50. So syempre 35, hinati daw sa 35. So ayan, so pinat daw dito. So ito yung 35 centimeter. So syempre 100 yan. Itong kabila ay 65 itong kabila. So, 65 cm itong kabila. Ayun. So, kunin lang natin ang kanilang ratio. So, what is the ratio of the smaller piece to the larger piece? So, anong ratio nila? So, ang ratio is 35 smaller is to 65. So, yun yung sagot natin. 35 is to 65. So, kung mapapansin nyo, wala sa choices yung 35 is to 65. Okay, so meron lang letter B. So, hindi yan parehas magkaiba yun. So, kaya wala dyan kasi pwede pa natin itong i-lowest term. Okay, so parehas divisible by 5. So, di ba, pwede yung isulat as fraction. 35 over 65. So, syempre, pag fraction, pwedeng i-lowest term. So, saan pwedeng i-divide parehas ang 35 and 65? Divide natin parehas sa 5. So, pag dinivide 35 divided by 5, that is 7. 65 divided by 5, so that is 13. 7 over 13 or in ratio, 7 is to 13. Okay, so the correct answer is letter A. 7 is to 13. Okay? Next, number 34. The carat is a unit of measure used to weigh precious stones. So it equals 3.086 grains. So yun yung conversion natin. 1 carat equals 3.086 grains. So how many grains does a 2.8 carat diamond weighs? So yan, napakasimple lang. So ang conversion daw natin, 1 carat equals 3.086 grains. So i-convert lang daw natin. So paano ba tayo mag-convert? I-multiply lang natin sa ratio ng conversion factor. So 1 carat equals 3.086 grains. So ang tinatanong, how many grains does a 2.8 carat? So ang tinatanong natin, 2.8 carat. Okay? So 2.8 carat, multiply lang natin dito. So 1 carat is 3.086 grains, therefore 2.8 carat. So i-multiply lang natin. So paano ba yan? I-multiply lang sa conversion factor. So nandito yung carat, so dapat nandito rin yung carat sa denominator para ma-cancel yung carat. So we have sa numerator 3.086 grains. Okay, so therefore, so just multiply 2.8 times 3.086. So yun na yung magiging sagot natin. So parang pare-pares naman yung choices, na iba lang yung mga decimal, no? Yung mga numbers, yun din. So 2.8 times 3.086. So the answer is 8.6408 grains. So the correct answer is letter C. So 8.6408. Okay? Next number, 35. Okay, number 35. So addition of fraction lang. 4 and 1/5 plus 3 and 2 over 7 equals blank. So choices, 7 and 3 over 12, 7 and 17 over 35, 7 and 1 over 35, and 7 and 3 over 35. So paano ba tayo nag-a-add ng fraction? So di ba pag nag-add tayo ng fraction, kailangan i-add lang natin yung whole number, then add the fraction. Or yung rule sa pag-add ng fraction, kailangan similar sila. When we say similar, kailangan yung denominator ay parehas. So kunin muna, gawin natin parehas yung 5 and 7. So convert muna sa similar fraction. Okay? So solve natin. So i-add lang natin 4 and 1/5. So add lang natin 4 and 1/5 plus 3 and 2 over 7. Okay, so add lang natin. So napaka-simple lang nito. Convert lang natin sila sa similar fraction. So kopyahin lang yung whole number 4 and 3. So ano ba ang LCD ng 5 and 7? So pag ganyang i-multiply na lang natin. So LCD ng 5 and 7, parang wala naman silang ang GCF naman kasi nila 1. So pag gano'n, i-multiply lang natin. So 5 and 7, ang LCD niyan is or least common multiple niyan is 35. So convert natin sa 35 parehas yung denominator. So paano kuhanin yung numerator? So divide nyo lang to. 35 divided by 5. So that is 7 times 1. So that is 7. So 4 and 1/5, that is equal to 4 and 7 over 35. Then ganito din dito sa kabila. So 35 times 7 divided by 7. So that is 5 times 2. So that is 10. So ganoon lang kasimple. Then add the whole number, 4 plus 3. So we have 7. And then 7 over 35 plus 10 over 35. Kinokopya lang natin yung denominator na 35. Then 7 plus 10. So that is 17. So therefore, the correct answer is letter D. 7 and 17 over 35. Okay, so or meron pang isa yung mas madaling way pag shortcut sa add or subtract ng fraction, yung butterfly. So kung alam niyo yung butterfly technique, so we have 1 i-add lang natin itong whole number. So 4 plus 3, so that is 7. 7 naman lahat yan. So i-add lang natin yung fraction na 1/5 plus 2 over 7. So kung natatandaan nyo yung butterfly, so tawag namin dati dito nung high school kami, smiling butterfly. Smiling butterfly kasi parang may smiley dito. Ayan, so smiling butterfly technique. So, minumultiply na natin 1 times 7. So, that is 7. Then, 5 times 2. So, kopyahin lang yung plus. So, 5 times 2. So, that is 10. And then, 5 times 7. So, that is 35. So, therefore, the answer is 7 plus 10. So, that is 17 over 35. And then, isama lang natin yung whole number na 4 plus 3, 7. So, therefore, we have 7 and 17 over 35. Okay, so ganoon lang kasimple pag add or subtract ng fraction, kailangan alamin muna natin ang LCD. So, convert sa similar fraction. Okay, next, number 36. Which is the sum of the infinite progression. Infinite progression, ayan, 3 over 2. So, naisulat ko na agad yung formula dito. 3 over 2, 1, 2/3, 4, 9, and so on. So, kailangan alamin muna natin kung anong klaseng progression yan. So, hinahanap natin sum of the infinite progression. So, sum of the infinite progression. So, pag ganyang test nyo muna kung ano ba siya, arithmetic sequence, geometric sequence. So, ano. So, obvious naman hindi ito arithmetic dahil puro mga fraction, ano? So, kung mapapansin nyo, yung 3 over 2, yung sumunod niya naging 1. Tapos yung sumunod naging 2/3. Tapos sumunod 4, 9, and so on. So, infinite, walang katapusan yan. So, dito pa lang parang mapapansin na agad natin, paano ba naging 1 yung 3 over 2? So, yung 3 over 2 para maging 1, yung 3 over 2 para maging 1, syempre, minultiply yan sa 2/3, kaya naging 1. So, 3 over 2 times 2/3 equals 1. Because na-cancel out yung 3 divided by 3, 1, 2 divided by 2, 1, kaya naging 1 na lang. Okay, so i-test din ulit natin dito. Pag dinivide naman to, 2/3 divided by 1, or ganun pa din, 1 times 2/3 equals 2/3. Okay, so parang common ratio nila, may common ratio tayo na 2/3. So dito 2/3. So pag yung 2/3 din, minultiply natin sa another 2/3. So ang sagot natin, 2 times 2 is 4, 3 times 3 is 9. So ito na yan. So 1, 3 over 2, 1, 2/3, and 4 over 9. So lahat sila minultiply sa 2/3. Since lahat naka-multiply, so ibig sabihin yan ay geometric. Geometric sequence. Okay? Infinite geometric sequence. So meron tayong formula para sa sum ng infinite geometric sequence. Okay? So ang formula para sa geometric sequence, ang formula ng sum nun is a sub 1 times 1 minus r to the n. Then over 1 minus r. Ito yung formula sa finite ito. Sa finite, may hangganan, may limit, ano? So, geometric sequence lang to. Kapag infinite, ang formula ng infinite, kapag ang common ratio natin dito is 2/3 ay less than 1, ang formula lang ay ito. A sub 1 over 1 minus r. So, itong formula for sum of infinite geometric sequence. So, S sub n is the sum. So, the sum is A sub 1 over 1 minus r. R is the common ratio. Okay, so R is the common ratio. So, gamitin lang natin itong formula na ito para ma-solve natin ang sum. Okay, so just apply this formula. So, gawin natin dito. Pasulat muna natin. S sub n equals A sub 1 over 1 minus r. So, na-solve na natin kanina. Ang r natin is 2/3. A sub 1 is the first term. So, A sub 1, first term yan. So, yan yung 3 over 2. Okay? So, yun lang naman ang kailangan natin. First term, 3 over 2, and common ratio is 2/3. So, just substitute to the formula so to solve the sum. So, S sub n is equal to A sub 1. So, we have 3 over 2 over 1 minus r. So, that is 2/3. Okay, so just simplify the denominator. So, we have 3 over 2. 1 minus 2/3. So, yung 1 bawasan ng 2/3, syempre magiging 1/3. Okay? So, magiging 1/3 lang yan. Kasi yung 1, pwede yung isulat as 3 over 3. Okay? So, 1 is 3 over 3 minus 2/3. Kaya ang sagot is naging 1/3 na lang. Okay? So, sinortcut na natin 1 minus 2/3, that is 1/3. Tapos, complex fraction. So, ang rule natin sa complex fraction, if we have, kapag meron tayong A over B, all over C over D, equal siya sa A over B, then from division, magiging multiplication, dot, reciprocal. So, reciprocal, B over C. Okay, so yan yung pag nagdi-divide tayo ng complex fraction sa form na A over B all over C over D, so magiging A over B times B over C. Or, may shortcut naman para hindi na tayo magsulat ng ganito, minumultiply lang ito. Multiply nyo yung dalawang dulo, yan yung numerator, and then ito naman yung denominator. So, yun yung shortcut. Shortcut yan, pero dito nang galing yan. Okay? So, i-apply natin. So, syempre, shortcut na lang tayo para makatipid ng oras, ano? So, minumultiply lang to. Yan, dalawang dulo over dito. So, therefore, the sum is equal to S of n equals, so multiply natin. So, we have 3 times 3 over 2 times 1 or 1 times 2. So, therefore, the answer is 9 over 2. Since wala sa choices ng 9 over 2, convert natin sa mixed number. So, 9 divided by 2, ilan bang 2 meron sa 9? So, we have 4. May remainder na 1, so 4 and 1 half. Okay, so therefore, the correct answer is letter A, 4 and 1 half. Okay, so number 37. Okay, number 37. So the value of the car depreciated by 20,000 pesos. It is now worth 380,000 pesos. So by how many percent did the value of the car decrease? So choices, 5%, 10%, 15%, and 20%. So ang hinahanap natin sa problem ay by how many percent did the value of the car decrease? So yan. Percent of decrease ang hinahanap natin. So paano ba kinukuha ang percent ng decrease? So ang formula natin para sa percent of decrease, so kunin lang natin ang ratio ng percent ng decrease. So i-divide dapat natin yan dun sa original price ng car. So original price ng cars, then dito naman yung decrease. Okay? So kung magkano yung dinecrease niya, divided by sa original price ng car. So yun yung percent of decrease. So divide lang natin. So ano ba ang given natin? So yung decrease natin, so the value of the car depreciated by 20,000 pesos. So ang decrease natin ay 20,000 pesos. Okay? So dito yung 20,000 pesos, yan yung decrease, and then ano naman yung original price? So ang given natin dito 20,000, ang value ng car now ay 380,000 pesos after nung decrease na 20,000 pesos. So syempre para makuha yung original price, kailangan i-add natin yung decrease. Okay? So kasi syempre ang original price natin, original price ng car minus yung depreciation, equal yan sa yung worth ngayon. Okay? So original price minus depreciation equals 380,000. So yung worth ng car today ay 380,000. So para makuha yung original price, so isasubtract lang natin. So ito. Okay, so original price, original price minus the decrease 20,000 pesos equals 380,000. So, para makuha yung original price, so syempre, add lang tayo ng 20,000 pesos dito. So, add 20,000 to both sides of the equation para makuha yung original price natin. So, add ng 20,000 sa both sides. So, maka-cancel na to. So, therefore, the original price of the car is 380 plus 20,000 pesos. So, that is equal to 400,000 pesos. So, divide lang natin. So, percent of decrease is decrease over the original price. So, 20,000 divided by 400,000 pesos. So, that is equal to, ilan yan? Tanggalin lang natin itong 4 na 0. 2 divided by 40. 2 divided by 40, so that is 1 over 20. So, that will give us 0.05. So, pwede kayo mag-calculator. So, shortcut ko na lang. So, 2 divided by 40 and 1 over 20, that is 0.05. Then, convert to percent. So, 0.05 in percent is equal to 5%. Okay, so 500. So, 5%. 0.05. So, the correct answer is letter A. Okay, next example, 38. Okay, 38. KD takes 3/4 hour to dress and get ready for school. So it takes 4/5 hour to reach the school. So if her class starts promptly at 8 a.m., what is the latest time she can jump out of bed in order not to be late? So choices, 6:27 a.m. lahat ito, 6:27, 6:42, 6:57, and 7:02. So all we have to do to get the time is just add yung time. 3/4 hour to dress and get ready for school and 4/5 hour to reach the school. So kunin lang natin yung time. So in short, just add the hour to dress and hour to reach, 4/5 hour to reach the school. Okay? Then, sasubtract lang natin sa 8 a.m. kung ilan yung oras na bago makapagbihis, makapag-ready si KD at yung pag-travel niya sa school, 4/5 hour. Okay? So, pwede natin i-convert later sa decimal or so since fraction, so solve lang natin yung fraction. So, add lang natin. Okay, so we have 3/4 plus 4/5. Okay, so paano ba tayo nag-add ng fraction? So, diba, pwede natin gamitin, mas madali dyan. Kapag ang LCD naman, 4 and 5, diba, LCD niya ay 4 times 5, 20. So, pag ang LCD ay yung product, mas madali, gamitin na lang natin yung butterfly. Smiling butterfly. So, ganito yung butterfly. Yan, butterfly technique ang gamitin sa pag-add. So, paano ba yun? Multiply lang. 3 times 5, so that is 15. 4 times 4, so that is 16. So, yung plus, i-plus lang natin. 15 plus 16. And then 4 times 5, so that is 20. So, therefore, the answer, 3/4 plus 4/5, that is equal to 15 plus 16, so that is 31/20. Okay, so 31/20. So, pwede natin i-convert sa decimal. Pero sa tingin ko, mas madali kung... so, ilan bang hour? So, hour sa minutes. Kasi yung answer natin dito may mga minutes. 26, ayan, 6:27, 6:42, 6:57, and 7:02. So, parang mas madali gawin natin, di ba meron tayo, 1 hour equals 60 minutes. So, di ba? 1 hour equals 60 minutes. So, edi, parang mas madali, since 20 yung denominator, gawin natin 60 yung denominator. Okay, so gawin natin 60 yung denominator kasi 1 hour, 60 minutes. So, parang mas madaling mag-convert. Pero kung gusto nyo, pwede namang i-divide nyo na lang yan para makuha yung oras. Pero mas madali nga, gawin natin itong 60. So, ito yung another solution. So, 1 hour, 60 minutes. So, gawin natin 60 to para mas madali. So, multiply natin ang both the numerator and denominator by 3. So, magiging 60 na kasi agad to. So, 31 times 3. So, that is 93. Tama, no? 15/7. 93/20 times 3, 60. So, tapos, so, dali natin sa mixed number. So, 93 divided by 60. So, ano yung magiging sagot doon? 93 divided by 60. That is 1. May remainder tayo na 33. So, ayan, 33/60. So, ibig sabihin nito is 1 hour and dahil nakadivide sa 60, 33 and 33 minutes. So, 1 hour and 33 minutes, isubtract lang natin to sa 8 a.m. Okay? So, 8 a.m., sasubtract natin ang 1 hour and 33 minutes. Okay, subtract nyo lang. So, pwede tayo mag-borrow 1. So, 60 lang dapat ito, hindi to 100. Ha? So, 8 a.m. minus 1, 33. So, para mas madali, hindi na kayo malito, mag-minus 1 kayo. Mag-minus 1 na lang kayo sa parehas. So, para wala ng borrow. So, yung 8, gawin natin 759. Itong 133, gawin natin 132. Nag-minus 1 parehas. So, yan. So, mas madali nang mag-subtract. Minus 1 dito, 759, and 133. So, 9 minus 2, we have 7. 5 minus 3, so that is 2. 7 minus 1 is 6. So, therefore, the answer is 6:27 a.m. So, yun. So, the correct answer is letter A, 6:27 a.m. So, kita nyo na, mas madali. Imbis na gawin natin 31/20, pwede natin i-convert sa 60 na lang na denominator dahil ang 1 hour is equal to 60 minutes. So, parehas din, pag naman kinvert na natin to, dinivide na dito, same answer pa rin. So, mas madali lang kapag ang denominator na natin ay 60 dahil 1 hour is 60 minutes. Okay? Number 39. 39. How much greater is the sum of the first 100 counting numbers to the sum of the first 50 counting numbers? So choices, 110, 1,200, 3,155, and 3,775. So all we have to do is find the sum of the first 100 and then subtract the sum of the first 50 counting numbers. So add the sum 1 to 50 and then 1 to 100. So itong example na to ay example ng arithmetic sequence or arithmetic series since sum ang pinag-uusapan natin. So ang formula ng arithmetic series, so sum ng arithmetic sequence ay, so S sub n for the sum. So we have n divided by 2 over a sub 1 plus a sub n. So n is the number of terms, a sub 1 is the first term, a sub n is the last term. So s is the sum. Okay? So dalawa yung solution natin. Yung una, first 100, 1 to 100, and then 1 to 50. So kung nakalimutan nyo naman tong formula na to, pwede namang pag-partner-partnerin nyo lang yan. Kasi di ba meron tayo, ibig sabihin yung first 1 to 100 ay meron tayong 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus plus 97 plus 98 plus 99 plus 100. So just in case na makalimutan nyo yung formula. So pwedeng pag-partner-partnerin yan. 1 plus 100, that is 101. 2 plus 99, 101 pa rin yan. 3 plus 98, 101 pa rin yan. Okay, so ilan ba lahat yung terms natin? 1 to 100, that is 100. Pag pinag-pair natin, simula tayo sa una at sa uli, then yung second to the last, third to the last, lahat yan ay 101. So ilang 101 meron lahat tayo? Dahil 100 yan, pag pinag-pair lahat, so meron tayong 50 times 101. Okay, so just in case na makalimutan nyo yung formula. Ito rin yung kakalabasan nun. Okay, so yung first 100, so kunin natin ang sum ng first 100, so S sub 100. So first 100 terms kasi. So S sub 100, we have N is 100 divided by 2 times the first term is 1 plus the last term, kung 1 to 100 is 100. So that is equal to 100 divided by 2, so that is 50. Then 1 times 100 plus 100 is 101. So kagaya ng ano ito. Okay? So ganito rin yung ibig sabihin niya. So just in case malimutan, so pwedeng ganito na lang ang gawin niyo. Okay, so may formula naman tayo. So multiply nyo lang yan. 50 times 101. So ilan ba ang sagot dyan? Pwede naman kayo mag-calculator. So 101 times 50. So we have 505. So that is 5,050. So next, kunin naman natin yung sum ng first 50. So sum ng first 50 numbers. So first 50 numbers, so we have 50 divided by 2. So n is 50 divided by 2. First term is 1 plus the last term a sub n, since 1 to first 50 counting numbers, edi 50. Okay, so therefore we have 50 divided by 2 is 25. Then 1 plus 50, that is 51. Therefore, S sub 50 is equal to, so multiply lang natin, 21 times 51, so we have 25. 5 times 25, that is 125. So we have 5, 7, 1, 2. So 1, 2, 75. Then get the difference, since how much greater is the sum of the first 100 to the sum of the first 50 counting numbers. So just get the difference. Okay, so just get the difference. So we have 5,050 minus 1275. So therefore we have, this will become 10, this will become 14, this will become 9, and 4. So 5, 7, 7, 3. So the answer is 3,775. So therefore, the answer is letter D. Okay? So next example, last example, number 40. Number 40. So Laika and Ivory can do a job together in 3 hours. Working alone, Laika does the job in 5 hours. So how long will it take Avery to do the job alone? So choices, 3 and 1/3 hours, 2 and 1/3 hours, 3 hours, and 7 and 1/2 hours. So pag ganitong mga work problem, ang formula na ginagamit natin ay ganito. So 1 over x plus 1 over y equals 1 over t. Or kahit anong variables naman pwedeng gamitin. So, itong 1 over x, ito yung rate nung first person alone. So, 1 over x sa isang oras, ano yung rate niya? So, 1 over x yung nagagawa niya sa isang oras. Halimbawa, kaya niyang gawin ng 5 hours. So, yung part na magagawa niya sa isang oras, so 1 over 5. So, sa 5 oras, edi 5 over 5 equals 1. Ibig sabihin 1, complete yung work, yung trabaho. Ano? So, 1 over x, so ito yung rate ni Laika. So, dito, Laika ang ginamit natin. Rate ni Laika. Alone, rate ni Laika alone. 1 over y, rate ni Avery. Alone, then 1 over t, kaya ang ginamit ko for together. Rate nila together. So, ganyan ang working equation. Or, yung isa pang ginagamit na equation ay yung time nila, time over x plus time din over y equals 1. So, bakit equals 1? Kasi, ibig sabihin ng 1, yung buong trabaho, 1, makumpleto nila. So, can do a job together in 3 hours, working alone like does the job in 5 hours. How long will it take Ivory to do the job alone? Okay? So, substitute lang natin yung mga given sa problem. So, pag silang dalawa nagtulong, ang time daw nila, 3 hours. So, working alone, Laika can do the job in 5 hours. So, ang hinahanap natin dito ay yung rate ni Avery. Okay? So, substitute lang natin dito. So, ano ba ang rate ni Laika? Ang rate ni Laika alone ay 5 hours. Okay? So, rate of Laika alone, so 5 hours. And then, Laika and Avery, so yung rate nilang dalawa, or lagay na lang natin, together, ang rate nila together ay, saan yun? So, 3 hours. Hindi pala yung rate yan, yung time pa lang ito. 3 hours, ano? So, yung time yan, time ni Laika alone. So, together 3 hours. So, ang hinahanap natin ay kay Avery. So, ito yung nawawala. So, yun yung y. Okay, so just substitute. Substitute lang natin yung mga given. So, we have 1 over, ang x ay kay Laika alone, 1 over 5, plus yung kay Avery nawawala. So, lagay natin 1 over y, or kahit x naman ang gamitin nyo, kahit anong variable, pwede naman. So, 1 over y equals 1 over, yung together na rate nila ay 3 hours. Then solve for y. Okay? So, just solve for y, multiply both sides by the LCD. Ano bang LCD ng 5, y, and 3? Just multiply the 3 numbers. So, we have 3, 5, and y. So, multiply each term by the LCD, which is 15y. So, multiply lang lahat sa 15y. So, 15y divided by 5. So, the answer is 15 divided by 5, that is 3 times y. We have 3y plus 15y divided by y. So, plus 15 equals 15y divided by 3. So, that is 5y. Then, solve for y. Pagsama-samahin natin yung y, 3y and 5y, pagsamahin sa right side dahil mas malaki yung 5 sa 3. So, subtract 3y to both sides. Subtract 3y to both sides. So, mawawala na ito. So, therefore, we have 15 equals 5y minus 3y. So, that is 2y. Then, solve for y, divide both sides by 2. So, 2 divided by 2, that is 1. So, y na lang. 15 divided by 2. So, change lang natin sa, dahil yung mga choices natin ay mixed number. So, 15 divided by 2, so that is 7. 14 divided by 2 is 7, so may remainder na 1. So, 7 and 1/2. So therefore, ang rate ni Avery alone ay 7.5 hours, which is letter D. Okay? So, that's all. So, sana may natutunan kayo. So, kung meron, so please like, share, and subscribe. So, abangan nyo yung next video ko sa part 5, 41 to 50. Okay? Bye-bye and God bless.